Good evening, degenerates, and welcome back to this week's edition of the Wednesday Roundup. We are approaching spooky season. Ooh. We are getting there. This is Halloween weekend. I think on Friday we're going to have a very special Halloween episode.
We're going to get going for a little Halloween edition.
It's the Halloween special, but for now, we are going to recap everything that happened last week with the cards. We're going to tell you, did our Mortal Lock parlay hit? Did it not hit?
No.
Wait, you didn't have to spoil it. It did not hit, though. It did not hit because Mr. Yoon's relegated. But we'll get to that in a minute. We'll get to that in a minute. And then we're going to talk about all the action that happened in NFL and college. A lot of storylines to cover. Yeah. So I don't want to waste any more time. Let's get right into this week's recap. We unfortunately did not get to pay you guys $1,200 last week because 3 of the 5 of us missed our Mortal Locks. So it wasn't the 5-for-5 sweep we were hoping for.
No.
It's getting worse.
No.
Hey, we only have 4 this week.
It is getting worse. Yeah, Mike, we're going to go around the table and get to it. Mario, we'll start with you because you just hit your Mortal Lock every single week.
Surprise. Hammer.
It's just unbelievable. 7-2 now on the year.
It is.
You had Michigan, and that was just, easy. The easy way.
Minus 24, and they won 49-0.
Yeah, they over doubled the spread.
Yeah, sure.
It was a large spread.
I just like to, provide justice for the viewers out there.
Yeah.
This is, 7-2 in Mortal Locks. That is
absurd.
Yeah. That's the best free pick in gambling. No one gives out a free pick better than 7-2. I guarantee that. They're 9 weeks. It's unbelievable.
No, that's pretty good.
No, you don't.
Oh, wait,
Crap,
no, not yet.
crap.
You don't.
No, I don't.
No, you don't. Crappy pick of the week is not better than Mario.
Almost.
It almost is. Someone who is the worst of the worst. It doesn't get worse than this. Mike, now relegated. Lost 3 in a row. He's now 3-6 on the year in Mortal Locks. He had the Steelers over.
Yeah.
And we all told him not to bet it. Every one of us, I think, unanimously said it. He said no, he loves it. And 3-6, he's now out of the parlay. So,
any words, Mike?
Yeah, any words to the fans?
Brett Maher is one of the worst human beings I've ever seen in my entire life. He missed 2 field goals, which would have put us a push.
Hey, he got released, so there you go.
I wish he would have been
2
executed.
2 field goals for the push?
Yeah, no, whatever. The 2 field goals, but he also missed his extra point. So, and if he made his extra point and then made the second field goal that he missed,
and the first
bing, bang, boom. But then also we got robbed on the last 2 minutes because the Steelers got that
clear first down.
That was not first down.
Anyway, first down.
He didn't even get an inch.
It was clear.
Didn't even get an inch.
Go Steelers.
No, he didn't.
He got 12 of them.
No, he didn't.
I'm sorry, the Rams are ass. And you can't win a damn ball game. Learn how to coach. Learn how to play a game. You guys suck. You're literally trash.
Facts.
Cooper Kupp was ass.
No, but Mike, you
let him talk about your team like
this. No, but you rock with your picks.
Well,
they couldn't even guard Puka.
He's
what
picked.
Am I supposed to say? We lost.
Yeah,
and,
they're
and
trash.
I lost, and
as home favorites.
Yeah,
you lost.
It's okay.
And I'm giving away $50.
Trash. So yeah, he's giving away $50. We're gonna do that after we recap the Mortals quickly. I bet the Air Force over. Terrible pick.
That was another one.
Yeah, let's talk about losers. Let's talk about losers.
7-0 after.
Let's talk about losers.
I know. One of us is relegated. One isn't. You're out of the parlay. So
you were relegated before me.
Us 4 can talk.
You were relegated before me. And for a longer time.
How can it be for a longer time if you've just got relegated?
Because this is going to be the only game that I'm going to be relegated for. Put it on the books.
So
put it on those
You're
books.
Projecting it to be when you've lost 3 in a row.
I know it.
Yeah,
it's a live projection.
I'm confident.
I don't.
Very confident.
Enough of that.
Live confident.
Mortal's been terrible. Mortal's been terrible. I should have mortaled the spread. They hit their spread. I had it on the card, but the over was dead. I thought they'd score points. I thought they'd let Navy score. Navy was awful. They didn't move anything. 3-6 on the year in Mortals. Awful. As bad as it gets. Ryan,
I'm back, baby.
He's back to Pac-12 action. He's a Pac-12 sharp. UCLA covered, and they covered easy.
Oh, he's so easy.
Never,
it was one of those broken
never
lines.
sweat.
Yeah,
easy.
Murdered.
You're sharp. The easy way.
3-1 in the last 4 weeks. I'm getting my.
Yeah, up to 4-5 on the year. It's sad that we have to say up to 4-5 because me and you started so terribly.
We got to look at where you were down.
Well, we both started at the bottom of the bottom, so at least we're both in the parlay still, unlike some people. The last one, Tate, Arkansas -6. They scored 3 in the game.
So they can't.
They didn't
cover 6.
They lost 7-3. Tate, take us through.
No, my whole logic was that their defense doesn't give up any points.
You're right.
Their defense gave up 7 points.
Yeah,
it was
in the whole game.
So the under was the bet.
Yeah,
under was a lot.
Oh yeah, the under was. Hit.
I don't know. It's kind of weird. I still stand by the pick, but wow, their offense was atrocious.
You stand by the pick.
Yes, my pick was based on the fact that their defense allows no points after halftime.
How many touchdowns did they score?
After halftime, 0.
No, the Arkansas the whole game.
0.
0 touchdowns.
Yes.
0 touchdowns. It's tough to cover the 6 without a touchdown.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Well, 4-5 on the year, so this was not the mortal week we wanted. It was not the mortal week we wanted.
No,
and
very
Mike
bad.
promised that he would hit his mortal. If not, he was giving away $50. So I will yield the stage to you.
I think we all knew he was going to.
You got to give away some money now. You're relegated. Who wins your $50? It has to be someone. I think you said who commented.
Yeah, so it was somebody who commented on any of our 3 videos, the Wednesday Roundup, the CFB, or the NFL special. The winner of this one is going to be
Drum roll.
Chad Marin, 5389.
Put it up here.
Shout out, Chad.
Shout out,
Friend of the pod.
Shout out,
Friend of the
Chad.
pod now.
Here's our Instagram. DM us, and I will send you money. Which I mean, congratulations. But I really,
Come on, Chad.
This is
really
very
shouldn't.
Chad.
Really
To clarify
shouldn't
for
be.
anyone watching,
This is the luckiest win you'll ever have in your life, but
it's not. This was a
no,
lock.
Hashtag-
I wish I could comment.
Yeah, this was a lock.
Hashtag fade Mike. Shout out Ed.
Yeah, fade Mike. This was the easiest money you guys ever made. This isn't even Degen money going to him. It's just he's like, wow, this guy Mike sucks. Let me comment. He commented. He just wins $50.
Well,
I
yeah.
mean, that's a great
money
hourly.
glitch in
That's
real
a great
life.
hourly.
He found the money
in real
glitch.
life.
It's a great hourly.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Mike for giving away money. Congrats to Chad for winning the
Friend
money.
of the
Big,
Well, congrats, Chad.
yeah, big week for Chad. Not a big week for you.
So
No.
To recap the cards from last week, we had actually a pretty solid week overall on our picks. I wish the mortals could say the same. In college, I was 9-6-1.
Hell yeah.
Pretty good, really good week actually. 9-6-1. I'll take every
great
week.
yeah.
And it was really sick because I had 2 parlays. I parlay all my picks in different orders. 2 of them made it to Saturday evening. I had Duke plus 14.5. They were up by 3 in the third before
That's
Riley Leonard got
tragic.
hurt.
But then that
As the last leg.
21 straight.
And then I had Auburn plus 6.5 as the last leg. Another one, they lost by 7. So I almost hit 2 huge parlays. It was almost my biggest week of the year. NFL card, I'm out 49% in college overall. NFL card was 3-4-1. Not great, but whatever. 55% in NFL now. Total 68, 66, and 6 for 51%.
You're right there.
So yeah, right around mid. I have a lot of picks this week, so it's going to swing one way or the other pretty hard.
Love it.
Ryan,
here.
great week in college.
Yeah.
11 and 7, 53% overall, and you hit your mortal in college, which is great. NFL 4-5-1, kind of similar to me, not great, but 53% on the year as well. I think you can guess your average for the year, 53.
I'm going to go with 53%.
53% overall, 80, 71, and 4. That's a lot of games.
That's pretty good for that many games, not going to lie. That's
a lot of
pretty
games.
impressive.
That's pretty
I'll
good.
take the
That's a lot
profit
of
there.
games, yeah.
A lot of
And
games.
we'll keep rolling.
Rough week in college.
Yeah.
5 and 8 on the college card. You're now 53% on the year. Same as Ryan in college. 4-1-1 NFL. Great Sunday.
Great Sunday.
You had a
Great
big Sunday.
Big Sunday.
Big comeback.
Big Sunday, 51% in NFL. Brings your total 53%, 51%. Someone do the math. 52%.
Bang.
74,
Bang.
68, and 7. 52% on the year. Moving over to Mr. Relegated Mike. 7-5 in college. Big week for you.
Best college week.
Big
Best
week for you in
college week.
Brings you up to 45% on the year.
Love it.
NFL, not so great.
No.
3-5. 3-5 NFL.
But still the best in the group.
61% on the year in NFL.
Still the best in the group?
Or best in the group, yep. You're still above 50%.
I'll retain my crown.
Still above 50%.
I will
52,
retain my crown.
54, 52, and 4. 51% on the year. So that's all of us above 50%.
Yep. And then
we're going to have with Mario, who is still clawing his way. NFL hurt.
Quite literally clawing.
Yeah,
He is
you're
so close.
You're so close. College, you did your job. 8 and 6 on the week in college.
I'll take it for college.
Moves you to 47%. NFL really sets you back.
No,
that
NFL.
one, not good.
I was on the wrong side of everything.
Yeah,
couldn't buy a win
2 and
last
6
week.
on the week in NFL, 51%. Brings your total 68, 72, and 3. You're 49%. 49%. If that was around 500 for the NFL, maybe had another win instead of a loss, you'd be above 50%.
Not to rub salt in the wound, but weren't you 0-4 after the morning games?
I have no
Something
idea.
like that. That's a
It's a wild
that's-
That's a
Mike
stat.
stab in the back.
You know, Mike
No,
saw
no,
that
no.
and was like,
Mike was just
No.
like with his record, we just
Yeah.
stabbed him right
No.
there. And Mike was like,
No.
Mike just goes,
no,
when can I
no.
nonchalantly?
Mike's a rider.
Also,
Mike's
just
a
like
rider.
stab
Mike's
him.
a rider.
Also, no, I don't think so, right?
Mike's a rider.
Well, I don't know. That stat was told
my
to me.
last hit was. Did the 49ers go under?
yes.
Yeah, then that was my
Yeah,
last
it's
hit.
under.
Well, I was told that
So
stat.
literally,
I was
yeah.
told that stat by cameraman Kevin. So.
Wow.
Wow.
We're
throwing shade at Cameron.
Kevin did it. Nancy Pelosi.
We need to keep
Was
moving.
not me at all.
We need to keep moving.
He
before
doesn't
Mike,
fact check.
Was not me.
Before Mike starts blaming everyone for wars in the Middle East,
Whoa.
we're gonna move on. Upset recaps. No one hit.
This week was.
Well, I mean,
I can't just get this.
I was close in the first half, and then
It's not horseshoes and hand grenades. Close doesn't count for shit. No one hit. No one hit. I mean, just don't even put up the numbers. We're all terrible.
I gotta put the
haven't
numbers
hit.
up.
My upset lost 55-0.
Yeah, that might have been the worst upset pick of the
Couple
year.
upsets. So I don't even want to talk about upsets. They're trash.
Let's just
Let's give it.
We're moving on.
upsets are up.
Let's talk some college football. Wow, what a week.
Yeah.
What a week in college.
What a great week.
There's only one place we can start if you've been watching the show. The Ohio State University.
Baby! We can't be stopped. Oh, go ahead. You can finish your 5 seconds.
No, keep going. They won. They beat Penn State. They won.
They won.
Oh,
Go
it was
ahead.
beautiful. I mean, just to be completely destroyed. The score doesn't say if you watch the game, Penn State couldn't get past the 50. I mean, they literally couldn't get past 50.
Yeah.
It was amazing to watch.
Yeah.
If you have a ranked matchup and our defense.
That wasn't
it was
just a
like-
ranked matchup.
Oh, it was the
that
game,
was
probably the game of the year.
That was
ranking wise.
very, very
But
big
like,
game.
just for every time the defense was on the field, I was like asking for a turnover because I know there's no way they got a first down. They had 1 first down in 16 attempts.
Yeah.
On a 3rd down conversion.
Yeah.
1 first down.
Your defense.
Yeah, that's gnarly.
What is crazy?
Best defense in the country. Michigan might have an argument. They haven't played anyone, but I think because of who we played, we have the best defense in the country.
You guys have been tested.
That,
for
yeah,
sure.
that low-key might be true.
Well, my only thing was Penn State. We were looking at the stats, and Penn State had the points per game and everything. I said it was because they haven't played anyone.
Yeah.
They finally played someone.
Yeah.
We could have put up more points. We had a kind of rough game on offense, but it was an annihilation. I loved every single
I'm
game.
not an Ohio State guy by any means, but I always call it like I see it. And I've been saying since preseason, I think preseason rankings are bullshit because
BS.
So they can just put someone there and they won't
Yeah.
play anyone as long as they don't lose, they stay
Yeah.
there. There is no way anyone could convince me there's a team with a better resume than Ohio State
It's impossible.
this far in the season.
Yeah, no way.
They went into Notre Dame, night game, primetime, beat them, and then just beat a top 6, top 7 Penn State team
Yeah.
who was
Ridiculous.
undefeated and hadn't given up over they're averaging 8 points a game.
No,
on
not
Not to
defense.
mention for you gamblers out there, undefeated against the spread as well.
Yeah.
They're murdering teams.
It was
beautiful.
It was a crazy game. I mean, shout out Ohio State.
Marvin Harrison. He's Heisman?
He's him. He's him.
Can he win the Heisman?
He's good.
If
I mean,
you
that last touchdown
If Caleb
was...
slows down and
Caleb's gone.
Caleb's our next topic. We'll talk about him in 1 minute. He's off the rails. I do think if you beat Michigan, because JJ McCarthy's Heisman favorite right now. He's
Over Penix?
Yes,
Yeah.
JJ McCarthy's
Well, I mean-
plus 220, Penix plus 380.
Okay.
If Washington gets a loss, you expect them to, I don't expect them to, and you beat Michigan, I could totally see a world where
Yeah, that's crazy.
MHJ wins the Heisman.
we said it pre-college football things.
We said bet him instead of Kyle McCord. That was our consensus.
Yeah,
Was if
Heisman,
you're going to Ohio
sprinkle.
State,
Plus 3,000.
go Marvin Harrison.
that's a
That was,
good bet.
that was the thing.
Yeah.
But huge week. I mean, you guys.
It's amazing.
As long as you kind of hold your own against Wisconsin, the couple little testy Big Ten opponents, you got Michigan to wait for.
Having a defense is just something different
Yeah.
in college football. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, and a team with no defense is the USC Trojans.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I love
They
it. Every
suck.
week, baby. Every
They
year.
suck.
I mean, Lincoln,
it's the formula for Lincoln Riley.
Lincoln
They
Riley
suck.
has to be the biggest finesser in college football history. We thought Mel Tucker was with that Michigan State contract when Kenneth Walker
Carried them.
almost won the Heisman as a
Yeah.
running back, and
Yeah,
then
actually.
they paid him $90 million, and then he got fired a year later. Lincoln Riley was a bigger scoundrel. They
he's
got him
bad.
to buy a house,
Yeah.
lifetime private jet access, $100 million to just go there and beat ass.
It's the art of the deal.
It is the art of the deal. I mean, he's been reading the book. He's been reading the book.
God.
USC back-to-back losses now, just dropped another one to Utah.
Yep.
Ryan, you
Yep.
called the Utah game.
Every week. I'll just keep doing it. I mean, it's just free. The Pac-12 is just easiest I've ever seen
They're
in
so
my life.
bad.
I love it. USC sucks. Utah all over him. With the backup quarterback.
Yeah, Mario.
Dang.
Third string, actually.
I know you were the Caleb for Heisman train. You
yeah.
had him preseason. You'd been riding it. Are you off it? What did you see from him the last 2 weeks? Did it scare you, or you're like, is he still the best player in college no matter what?
I think he's still the best player. Like, he's still going to go number one.
Agreed.
I don't think he's anywhere near the Heisman, though. I think Heisman has to go to who's performing the best. He's definitely not performing. Like, I would give it to Michael Penix before I'd give it to Caleb Williams. I still think Caleb Williams is a better quarterback, but
Yeah.
you can't really make an argument for him at the moment.
It's tough.
I just think it's funny. We say this every week when you just look at what what Lincoln Riley left behind him and what he took with him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not only is he not a good coach, did he not improve USC? He might have made them worse. Like they have,
they were pretty bad.
They didn't
were
really have a
terrible.
program.
But look at it. They have the best player in college football.
10 5-stars.
When's the last time you've seen a unanimous #1 overall pick at quarterback be on a team this bad?
It's bad.
It hasn't happened.
Yeah.
You look at the #1 picks: Bryce Young, Trevor Lawrence, there's national champion, national champion, Burrow, national champion. These are all the consensus one quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Caleb's on a team. They're 7 weeks, 8 weeks into the season. They've lost 2 games.
And they still have a tough.
And they have,
schedule.
they've got the big games in front of them. Probably not even gonna make their conference championship.
No.
So I mean, Lincoln Riley completely fumbled the bag. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Another coach.
It's almost like I predicted this.
You did.
You did.
No, you're sharp.
No.
Well, you are a
Every
Pac-12
year,
guy.
you-
I am
Yeah.
the guy.
You're the Pac-12 guy, and I mean, it seems like you couldn't be happier.
No, I actually couldn't be happier. There's nothing I love more in life than watching USC struggle.
Yeah.
That's on par.
What's better
That's
for you?
on par.
A UCLA win, like UCLA won by 40 this weekend.
Yeah.
USC lost to Utah. What were you more happy about?
Oh, USC losing. No, it's not even close.
That's good.
I mean,
That's sharp.
I mean, yeah, it's not even close.
I love that. I love
No,
that.
that's good. I love that.
I love that.
So a team that lost that really killed me, and I just need a minute to talk about this because we haven't talked about
the floor is
Clemson in a
yours.
while. There was a flag up
Oh,
here
great.
early before the season. If you're watching our episodes, it was a lovely Tiger Paw, my alma mater.
Are we having the conversation?
We're having the conversation.
Oh boy.
We're in absolute shambles. I don't know if you saw the game, but we lost to Miami in double overtime after another week of just mistakes. Like there hasn't been a game that we've played that watched the game and been like, damn, we were just outplayed. Every game was just
No,
like,
shout out Dabo. Shout out
every
Kate.
game is just like, I'm like, what are we doing?
No, literally.
I saw a stat. We're 130th out of 130 college football teams in fumbles lost. We have the most fumbles lost in college football.
Wow.
Shout out, Cade.
We're the only team in the country to have 4 possessions in the fourth quarter, game on the line, inside the 5-yard line, and come away with 0 points in all of them.
Shout out, Cade.
One of them was a 4th down turnover, like it happened last week. The other 3 were fumbles, 2 of which returned for touchdowns. Yep. We're 2-3 in ACC play.
I mean,
2-3
That's atrocious.
in ACC play as ACC favorites preseason.
Yep.
It's time to move on from that.
Yeah, Dabble's got to go, especially the whole transfer portal thing.
It's time to move on. And as a Clemson fan, this hurts me deeply. And I've loved watching this program play, and we're getting 5 stars. People we shit on DJ, we shit on Cade. DJ was #2 quarterback in his class. Cade was #2 quarterback in his class. It's the same thing with Lincoln Riley. The talent, it's not like the talent's not there.
Yeah.
They're not getting developed the same way they were. And I know the reason why. Brent Venables left. When Brent Venables came, he developed a winning culture and a program and a defense that would win championships every year. He brought that to Oklahoma. You look at what they're doing this year compared to us. I watched a Brent Venables speech. I showed it to Ryan the other day.
That was a hell of a
I
clip.
watched it and I just got chills. I was like, damn, I want to run through a wall for this guy. You watch Dabo speak, he's just complaining about NIL deals. Just saying they asked him if the team had a sports psychologist. He said, yeah, he's probably on suicide watch right now.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
Wow.
he is just,
Wow.
he has no control over the team.
Yikes.
Apparently, the play on 4th and goal
RPO, baby.
wasn't an RPO. Cade was going to hand it off. There was no option for him to take the ball, and he just took it. And he ran to the side and got tackled for -7 yards.
It was awesome.
That's
It was
not good.
electric.
Just
He has-
executive decision.
Yeah, but it wasn't like they gave him the decision.
Yeah.
He doesn't have enough respect for his coach to run the plays or even call an audible. The line wasn't blocking for it because he didn't tell him. So I don't know. We haven't talked about Clemson for good reason because we've been asked, but
That seems aggravating.
it's sad for me. I think we need a lot of changes. And yeah, I'm looking forward to next season. Maybe we shake some things up. Maybe they let Garrett Riley actually call plays. But yeah, enough about Clemson. I'm getting depressed the more I talk about it. My second favorite college team, though, North Carolina, also a pretty depressing weekend.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
They, as the
At
10th
home.
undefeated 10th ranked team at home, lost to 1-win Virginia.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, holy smokes.
That was bad.
I barely watched the game, but I looked at the stats. Drake May had 400 yards, 3 passing, 3 touchdowns. I think he had 1 rushing. The rest of their team did nothing.
That's what I was gonna say. Is I feel like their defense must have just collapsed because I'm in the same
Yeah.
boat. We're at our close friends party. Shout out Andrew. But I mean, yeah, it seemed like their defense just absolutely in shambles.
I don't
right?
even.
So
Yeah,
like,
I don't know. I mean, clearly it was the offense too, because it's Virginia. I mean, you should score 60 on Virginia.
He had a pick and a fumble, and then he had the ball to win the game. Really, no excuse. He had the ball. 2 minutes.
That's
left
crazy to me. As UNC, I mean, UNC, they didn't play Florida State. All they have left is really Clemson, who's collapsed. Like,
they had
still
a walk. They
had a walk.
They have a walk to the ACC championship with a chance to play in the college football playoff.
Yeah.
I think now, even if they win the ACC championship, there's a chance they don't get in.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you're
With
going
the loss
to
of Virginia,
you got the Big 12 champions probably going to get no matter what.
Yeah.
SEC for sure, Big 10 for sure, and then you're looking at Pac-12, maybe like if undefeated North Carolina probably gets in over like maybe a Washington or an Oregon, but with a loss to Virginia, I don't think they do.
Yep.
Yeah,
They kinda-
Especially at home.
they ruined their resume real quick.
Yeah, they blew that. And I
wait,
mean,
so sorry, stupid question. So you're just saying like the Big 12 champion gets in? Theoretically, what if Oklahoma were to have lost last week, and then that means the Big 12 champion also has one loss?
A one-loss Big 12
one-loss
team would
Big
get
12
into the college football playoffs.
But, so
it'd be
you
close.
think
It depends. It depends.
Depends on
It
every
depends a
other
lot.
conference.
It depends a lot.
on what?
is the answer?
Right? So is
Every
this
other conference.
Every other conference and how the rest of the season plays out. Like
Like if Ohio State loses to Michigan, and Penn State beats Michigan.
yeah, and if Texas rolls every game the rest of the year and wins the Big 12 championship over an undefeated Oklahoma, then it's automatically in. But if Oklahoma drops like a game or two, they're not ranked that high, and Texas beats them.
it doesn't mean
it's
it
not-
doesn't mean that
it's
much.
not as
Yeah,
strong.
okay,
I believe
right.
that Texas has no chance of making the college football playoff after watching last week's game.
I mean,
Well, with Quinn hurt, I mean, as soon as Quinn
no,
got hurt,
No, I'm saying like
our
Yeah.
odds are diminishing.
I mean, we could talk about that right now.
My whole life is diminishing.
How in trouble do you think Texas is? You were up 21-0. Quinn gets hurt. Immediately, they tie up the game with Houston, 21-21.
Oh, I'm aware. I mean, it's Malik Murphy. We haven't seen literally anything from him. We also only gave him 3 passing plays when he came in, so it was clearly all Jonathan Brooks
They
from
don't
there
trust
on
him
out.
at all. I mean, your running back's a beast.
Okay,
Brooks is
so
awesome.
Brooks is one of the
Brooks is amazing, but also hear me out. It's like that's a really tough spot to get thrown into a game, right?
It's what backups are for, though. I mean, you seek your
Yes
swim.
and no, but this is like almost his first college appearance.
But you're up 21-0.
Yeah, if you're up 21-0, you're
That should be a coast spot. Like, I mean, think about backup
game
quarterbacks.
management.
Think
Yeah,
about
run the ball,
quarterbacks
waste
come
clock.
in
Yeah.
20.
the role of a backup is you're like, your best player on your team, usually your quarterback, is gone. And like, you could be down a touchdown. It was the legend of Chase Bryce at Clemson. Played one game. Trevor went out. He led a game-winning drive to like. That's the only reason we made it to the college football playoff.
I hear you. I think-
Just to defend Michael slightly, this is college, not NFL. Like college, that's what makes it electric. Like, yeah, he's the backup, but like, it's also just like some 19-year-old kid. Like,
Well,
you know what I
that's
mean?
that's kind of what I was just about to say. Is like those stories are so great because they're a 1 in 25, they're a 1 in 40, or 1 in whatever, right? It's not like it happens even close to a majority or even half the time. And so it's not like there should be so much expectation for this guy who's coming in.
Well, Malik Murphy,
4-star recruit, 6'5",
one of the highest recruited quarterbacks in the country.
but again,
And when
zero
you-
college experience.
But all I'm saying is your quarterback room preseason, people said was the best quarterback room in the country.
With
they should've
Arch
put
Manning
You had
and Malik
Arch
Murphy
Manning,
and-
number 1 overall recruit, Malik Murphy, who was I think top 5 or top 7 in his class,
Yeah.
and Quinn Ewers, who's projected to be first, second round pick in the quarter. So I mean, when those are your options, if one of your guy goes down and you don't have anyone on roster who can throw the ball, all of a sudden you're looking around like, hey, maybe this isn't what
Should
they
have played
said.
Arch.
Also,
Maybe it wasn't
what
what
about
I
the
said.
team? How about the team? Does that not scare your defense? Does not scare the ball? Like you couldn't run all over them?
No,
And
I mean,
21 straight from Houston.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
There's a lot to be
I hear
said
you. That I
besides
mean,
Quinn.
that's kind of what I was gonna get to next. Is our defense needed to have stepped up. It's like if we're getting into a situation where our offense isn't gonna produce, it's like we gotta have that. Like if there's a 50-50 split when our team is perfectly healthy, like when one of us drops off, like our defense has to step up. That clearly didn't happen.
Yeah.
So I'm
Texas is toast.
I'm anxious
Yeah,
to
that's
see
absolute toast.
what happens next week against Houston. But
What's Quinn's deal? Is he like?
so he's week to week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's week to
You don't
week.
play Houston next week.
You just played Houston.
No, sorry, we just played Houston.
I think you play BYU.
Yeah,
we do play
BYU.
BYU. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Shout out Keaton.
But yeah, so he's week to week. I'm just hopeful. I think loyalty pays off. Malik Murphy staying with Steve for the past 2 years will, hopefully he's learned some things. And
Yeah, damn, he's been there for 2 years. I mean, he should have been able to throw a ball.
He
Well,
should-
yeah. Throw a
again,
ball.
that's
you
concerning.
also have to realize his true freshman year, he was rehabbing an ankle injury. So he wasn't
I didn't
playing.
have
He
to know
wasn't
that.
practicing.
Right? Michael's in the well.
No. I mean, this guy.
We'll see where we bet tomorrow.
I believe.
I don't need to
know
know
too
too
much
much.
about
We'll make
I'm just saying.
all our college picks are coming tomorrow. There's one last thing I wanted to talk about till we move on to the pros. Tate as the Washington Stan over here.
Yeah.
They had a scare against Arizona State. I think they had 0 offensive touchdowns.
Dude, I don't know. I was on a trip and I looked over my buddies and I said, we need to start talking about the fact that they're like, I forget what the score was. I think it was like 6-9 or something.
No, I think it was 6-7.
6-7, yeah. And I was like, we need to start talking about the fact that Washington's losing this game.
Yeah.
And
at this moment.
And Arizona was at 4th and 3 on Washington's 20 when they threw the pick 6. So it's not like they were like dead in the water. They were driving, went for it.
What again? I mean, is Arizona State? I mean, Penix is the Heisman guy. He's your pick for Heisman.
So from what I hear is that the Arizona teams play Washington like oddly really tough every year. And I went back and because I was with a Washington alumni, 2 Washington alumni.
They must have been going through it.
They said Arizona State and Arizona give them fits every year, just those 2 schools.
Wow.
And I was like,
why didn't we know that? Why didn't we know this before the week?
And I was like, I said, what are you talking about?
Seems like
so I went
relevant
back and
information.
looked at the scores to confirm, and they never cover, and it always goes under.
I wish our stats guy would have told us.
Yeah, I wish I would have
come
known
on,
that too.
stats.
But
Yeah,
still,
that's
I mean,
pretty
regardless of that, for
CEO
Penix at home to
statistics.
throw 2 picks and 0 touchdowns
No, yeah.
is a crazy letdown.
Besides McCarthy, the Heisman favorites just absolutely went through the ringer this week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they
Penix,
Give it to
Caleb.
Marvin Harrison.
they got killed. But yeah, I think that recaps college.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah,
lot
we're
that
good.
went on.
Yeah.
I mean, we hit a lot right there. Our college episode, our picks are going to be electric.
Oh, they will.
Oh yeah.
We're making those picks
I have
tomorrow.
a massive card.
If you're into college football, and I mean, we've been pretty hot in college, go ahead and tune into that episode, see what's going on. We'll give out the Mortal Parlay then. Lastly, before we can make our pick on the Thursday night game, we got to talk some football.
Oh,
NFL.
man.
Football.
Crazy.
NFL.
Love that.
Woo! That is the alarm to tell you the San Francisco 49ers have fallen off a cliff.
Fallen off
They
a
have
cliff.
fallen
God.
off a cliff.
Brock Purdy is mortal.
Right? I mean, not only is he mortal,
He might be infected.
yeah, he is. He's in trouble.
Yeah.
The 49ers lost their second straight game.
I hate them.
You hate them.
I hate them.
They were your favorite team.
No.
Yeah, show that clip.
No,
They were.
okay.
No, they were. They were.
For one week,
Okay,
for
yes.
1 week, Mike's favorite
all
team.
Michael's favorite teams are getting crushed this week.
Yes.
Dolphins,
His
the
favorite-
Rams.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
The 49ers lose outright to the Vikings after losing outright
I
the
hate
week
them.
before to the Browns.
Vikings
Vikings and
and
Browns.
hate them.
Come on, we me
I hate
and you.
them.
We're the only ones
We had
on
the
the
Vikings.
Vikings last
I
week.
love the Vikings.
them.
I
I
said I
like
love the Vikings.
I hate them.
Brock Purdy, 2 interceptions in the fourth quarter with
Purdy's a
less than
loser.
6 minutes. 6 minutes. All right, go ahead.
No. Okay.
You're talking over.
yeah.
You
Brock Purdy, what do you
No,
gotta
go
say?
ahead.
Brock Purdy. I went on a tangent about Brock Purdy when I.
Let's show the clip of Michael watching Brock Purdy show is get his second touchdown to lose this fantasy matchup because that was electric.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the interception.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy, another interception. The fantasy lost by 1. Anything to say? Anything to say?
You got there.
You got there. You got there. You just saw that. It was electric. Mike, he couldn't move on the ground. We loved poking fun at him. He was winning his fantasy matchup. Purdy throws an interception. He's now losing and lost the fantasy matchup. His team this year, 2 wins. It's a building year. It's a rebuilding
Yeah,
year.
funny. I thought this was a picks show.
You're
I
ta-
didn't know this was a fantasy football
He's
show.
he's taking
Oh,
for the
yeah,
draft next
Actually,
year.
it's
No,
all
no,
things
no, no.
sports.
all things sports.
Yeah, all things sports.
All things sports.
It's
I
DJ.
wanted, to go
All
on,
sports
I wanted
media.
to go on a tangent about Brock Purdy.
All right, go on a tangent.
No. You know what? Brock Purdy sucks.
That's all.
All right, no. Actually, you know what? All right, now you can't stop me. I you know what? Brought up.
words in.
I once talked about Brock Purdy,
No one tries.
talking about how no, you did, and how he's a legend, how legends cover. This guy's a loser. He is the other L word. There's 2 L words when it comes to sports and greats. Legends and losers. This guy's a loser. He's the lowest of the low in Loserville.
It's a third L word.
You low Loserville loser.
Longhorns.
I will kill you. I will fucking murder you. Brock.
Hey, all right.
No idea what to say.
Mike having a seizure on
Brock
set.
sucks.
That's all.
No,
He said the same
I had
word
a
5
feeling.
times.
I had a feeling when he's like Brock sucks. He's like, no, I'm gonna get into it. That all we'd really get out of it was just Brock sucks. It'd just be a couple of minutes of our life we'd never get back.
I mean, yeah, Brock went on like a 6 or 7 game winning streak, and then he came back.
15.
It's like
15,
two seasons.
14,
whole season?
Yeah, it was like 14, 15 game winning streak, and then he loses one, and then just everybody realizes that this guy's the biggest. Like he just.
Nash County, Edgecombe County.
Oh my God! Good Lord! Like golly!
Good God, gracious.
I want to clip that.
Someone get it.
Someone, we need water, Mike? What do you need?
Someone
Are you
get this
feeling
man a horse
He's a fraud.
tranquilizer. He's freaking out.
John, get a new 49ers
You're
quarterback.
going to start foaming at the mouth if you're afraid.
Colin Kaepernick, I hear
my
he's available.
God.
Yeah, dude, honestly, at this point, I'd rather.
It's time.
God,
It's time
give
to
me
have.
Deebo Samuel. At
No,
quarterback.
enough about the 49ers. They're gonna be fine. Mike,
hate
we had to throw that out there that they fell off a cliff, but a team that really has fallen off a cliff, and I am enjoying every second of it because I said this preseason, and everyone laughed at me when I talked about the Josh Allen thing.
I'll still laugh.
We're gonna have the Bills conversation right now.
Oh, I love this.
We're gonna have the
lost.
Bills conversation. The Bills
They lost.
are 4-3 on the season. Their last 3 games, lose to the Jaguars,
Good team. In London.
barely beat
Should have lost.
the Giants. Should have lost to the Giants.
Bad flag.
Yep.
This week, they lose to Mac Jones and the Patriots.
Yep.
I mean, this team is going off the cliff. Josh Allen, 7 interceptions through 7 games. He's on pace to beat his record last year of 15 interceptions. And this team is completely falling apart. So I just want to throw it out there. The Bills, not a top 7 team in the league. Some people have them had them in their top 3. They're falling off a cliff. I'll open the floor to anyone who wants to speak about it, but I love seeing Josh Allen fail. Most overhyped quarterback in NFL history. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, they're definitely not top 3. Not top 7. I'd have to think about. I have to look at all the teams, but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they're a top 7 team. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, they're losing games to bad teams.
No, I will say this. You could tell last year, Stephon
Niners
Diggs.
just lost to the
No, you could tell last year, Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen, there was something where they were kind of going at each other.
It's
This
carried
year,
on.
it literally looks like Josh Allen. He's not a real leader. Like,
No.
and it looks like he's trying to appease Stephon Diggs. Stephon's killing it in fantasy, by the way. I have him in one of my teams because Josh Allen only throws to him. The thing is, he's not trying to win the game. He's like only targeting Stephon Diggs. Yeah, he's getting his
And they're
receptions.
still fighting.
Yeah.
And they're still fighting.
And because they're losing.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're never going to make this guy happy. You have to take command of the team. The thing about Josh Allen, and we've said this before, that he's regressed every year since Brian Daboll left because Brian Daboll cleaned him up. Like every year since he's left, more interceptions, sloppier mechanics. Like the team's getting like worse and worse. And I mean, honestly, he's gifted. Don't get me wrong. Same thing like Justin Herbert, gifted. But is this guy really like a top quarterback? Because I think winning has to play a role in that. And this dude, we regard him as a top 2 quarterback simply because he went to overtime round 1 of the playoffs with Mahomes and lost.
Why is that so facts, though?
No, that's
literally.
this is what it is.
It was the one.
He
game.
played a great game against Mahomes where he threw 4 touchdowns. Outside of that, like he's never. What does he win?
No,
I mean, like round 1 of the playoffs last year, got killed by Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I
Year
mean,
before, like I mean, he can't. He's not like a. He's good. He's talented.
yeah. What do you have to say? I mean, I know you guys love Josh Allen. You're big Josh Allen guys.
It's
How do you?
just classic, just overreaction. I mean, he didn't play a good start of the game. A lot of quarterbacks don't. He came back and scored 2 touchdowns, 2 huge drives in the last 7 minutes of the game to give their team the lead, in which the defense gave up a 75-yard drive in 1 minute and 40 seconds. So you can have a bad game, and at the end of the game, march your team with 7 minutes left and take the lead. And there's nothing you could do.
What
There's
about
quite literally nothing
what about
to
two,
do.
games, 2 games before that too, though?
They won the game.
They had-
They
I
had
think-
a bad game.
I think they had, like,
and the
one or-
Jags, they traveled to London. Regardless,
Well-
you laugh about the stats. His stats are very comparable to Mahomes, Hurts, Tua, all the same. They're all Mahomes has 6 picks, Tua has 6 picks, Hurts has 6 picks, Allen has 7.
Hurts has 8.
Or Hurts has 8. Exactly.
leading the league, yeah.
Even better. So like, no one is doing crazy over that, and he has more touchdowns than 2 of them, including Hurts. So just like, I don't know. For me, it's just like, yeah, he's not. They might not be performing as well. They did lose a lot of defensive players every year. It happens, but like, I'm not worried about them at all. They're going to be in the playoffs.
Well,
they'll be fine.
I think the whole reason that our title is we're having the Bills conversation and not the Josh Allen conversation is because the Bills defense is what's getting absolutely just wrecked and ran through this year. People just
Who's wrecked them besides the Patriots scoring 22?
The Jags.
The Giants almost beating them.
Giants score. How many points did the Giants score in that game?
I mean, regardless, dude, Daniel Jones was throwing on
Week 1.
If you throw on someone and score 7 points, you scored 7 points.
Well, I mean, I think it didn't help having
fair enough.
2 of their best defenders hurt and not playing. But I do agree it is the Bills conversation and not the.
Yeah, their defense hasn't given up more than 20 points this year yet.
Yep.
What the Jags score on them?
20.
No, they lost 25.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I was going to say, I was like,
outside of that,
I'm okay with the Bills every time, but I was just arguing against Michael's.
No, that's
fair.
Yeah, I mean, that's a QB conversation that I think we'll continue to have throughout the entire year.
Give it some time.
Talk about Josh Allen because I had a really hot take preseason about him, and so that's been on mind. A QB conversation we didn't know we'd be having this week is the Bears QB conversation.
Still not a conversation.
Tyson Bagent.
Bagent.
They were saying Bagent. So
Bagent.
We'll go with that.
Tyson Bagent.
Wins a game for the Bears in which their offense looked electric. I mean, when's the last time you've seen a Bears offense look that good?
2 weeks before that.
I don't know about that
Killed
one.
the Commanders, scored 30.
I don't know. The sound in the stadium sounded like they had other feelings. The stadium rocking, everyone cheering, people screaming for him.
No one booed him.
No one booed him. You heard a lot of boos earlier in the season. The whole story, everything all over social media is that, like, this is what the Bears were looking for. How do we feel? I mean, is this an actual QB conversation? Justin Fields comes back. Who's starting that team?
It's funny. I was talking to this person I know who's a big Bears fan, and his dad preseason, funny enough, told him, because, preseason was this is a big year for Justin Fields. It's the year,
big year.
And his dad told him, he said, don't worry. He's like, I hate Justin Fields. Don't worry about him. No, the backup is legit.
There's no way he said that.
He said that. And he was like, Dad, shut up. Like, no one knows who this guy is. And he's like, no, this guy can sling it. And I mean, look at him now, game 1. I mean, he was.
Well, I mean, keep in mind,
the worst defense.
keep in mind, Brian Hoyer has not won a game as a starting quarterback since 2016.
That was a wild decision to start him.
I mean, he is awful.
Dude, the other guy's good. The rookie.
Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't just start him. He played
He
fine
was-
against the Chargers.
But yeah, I mean, if you're Justin Fields watching that, you have to feel a little bit of heat on.
Once again.
Yeah, you're celebrating, but not too hard.
It's that same thing where it was not Tony Romo, Dak Prescott last year with
Cooper Rush.
Rush, where he was
Once
like,
again, it wasn't even a question.
It was like all the videos. Like, that's a good throw for a backup.
He's
He goes,
killing it as a backup.
Yeah, he's like, man, I wish we had a quarterback who go, whoa. What are you talking about? No, something to monitor as we go on because I think he's starting this week too.
Yep.
If I'm correct for the Bears, and I think a lot of public is going to ride with them on that, and I might have to join them. But yeah, a couple more things. I don't want to have the Steelers conversation quite yet. We had the Bills conversation a little bit. We've touched on
We
it.
need to have the Steelers conversation.
We can't have it
show
quite yet. The
balls.
Steelers, we're not going to talk about how they might be one of the top 3 teams in the NFL with the best coach in the NFL and their best wide receiver, second best wide receiver who returned, and the best defensive player in the NFL, and tied for the lead in the division. We're not going to talk about that yet. No. I don't want to bring it up.
Wait, we'll slow it down.
I don't want to bring it up. I don't want to wear Steelers things or I don't want to hype it up at all. I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
I know they just beat the shit out of a very bad Rams team. Bad Rams team.
That doesn't get you excited.
No,
beat the shit. You guys
in
won by a
I
touchdown.
don't want to.
You guys won by 7.
We're not talking about it.
No, we're not.
We're not talking about it.
Let's not talk about both running backs getting in the end zone. Shout out Najee.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to talk about.
I mean, how you guys
they played a bad
got
team.
an absolutely terrible
They played
call
a-
with
Mike,
2
we're
minutes
not- Mike,
left
we're not
having
on
the
the
move on.
50.
We're not having the conversation.
Not going to talk about
We got-
how you got lucky that our kicker sucks. And
Who's our Mike? We're not talking.
No,
these are
you're right.
hypotheticals.
We're
These
not
are things
talking. No, we're not talking
Yeah,
about.
We're not doing this.
You guys shouldn't have one.
Go Steelers. Last thing I want to say before we make our Thursday night picks, which I cannot wait for. This is a great game. I have a lot to say about this game because it's a Bills game. We can talk about the Bills again. I just want to hear everyone. Who does everyone think the single best team in the NFL is right now? And I don't really want to go into a discussion about it. I more want to just Like, say something, and if it starts a discussion, it starts a discussion. But who is the best team in the NFL?
Eagles.
I was gonna go around. Go ahead.
I'm
Mike.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, you
Kick
said,
us off.
Kick us
oh no,
off.
you said
got
to
Eagles?
shout out. I just yeah.
Eagles.
Eagles. Offense is unstoppable, and their defense is good enough to stop even the best. Bang.
Wow.
Neither of those.
Wait, real quick. Who's your top 3? I just want just his top 3. No one else gets the top 3. I just want to hear Mike's top 3.
No, I haven't. I didn't think that far into it.
Well, you can think now. I mean, like
No,
I asked
yeah,
you.
sorry,
He needs a lot more time.
What does that even
He needs
mean?
a lot
I
more
asked the
time.
questions as we're
That one
filming.
too.
Like it's not like you get like preset.
Wow.
I don't give you.
All right, bang. Well, all right. Well, I'm gonna go Eagles number 1.
Okay.
Your favorite offense, 49ers.
No, I'm
Favorite other offense? Dolphins.
I'm actually gonna go with the Dolphins number 2.
Okay. And who's number 3?
And man, that is a tough one.
I mean, you got the Dolphins at 2. It's a
Yeah,
big. It's
I
a
do
big
have the
2.
Dolphins at
Number
2.
3 is the Rams.
No, certainly not. No,
We don't need to drag
suck.
this out. Mike,
We
throw
suck.
out a team.
Steelers?
No.
The Jags?
No.
All right, say the name instead of saying no.
Cowboys.
No.
Oh.
No one say another team name
right,
until he
sorry,
says a team name.
I'm thinking about it.
All right.
I'm thinking.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Dead silence.
5.
No,
this
dead
is.
silence.
No, I'm not gonna give one.
Holy shit.
You can only give 2.
What are the
Oh,
odds?
no, no.
Actually, I want everyone, if you're watching this right now, look me in the eyes right now. Drop a comment
I'm not gonna give.
if you think Mike didn't actually know any other NFL teams.
Does he only know 2 NFL
Does he
teams?
actually not only know the NFL teams we didn't say out loud?
Yes.
I actually don't think he knew the NFL teams. But all right, in the spirit of time,
That's
Tate,
sure.
best team in the NFL.
Chiefs.
Wow.
Niners, Eagles.
No, okay,
Sorry.
fine. You get top 3. All right, go your top 3. Top 3 teams.
No,
in the
I'll
NFL.
just do one. The other ones suck. Chiefs are best by a mile. They only lost a bullshit game to the Lions because of Kadarius Toney being terrible.
Wow.
They haven't lost since.
Wow.
Best team by a mile.
Best team. One for me. I'm going to ride with Mike. I'm going Eagles 1. After seeing that 49ers performance, terrible. Jags 2. Steelers 3. Mario?
Holy smokes.
Love that.
Top 3, I'm going to go Chiefs 1.
Thank you.
Wow. I feel like they're not that good.
They beat
Dude,
every team besides.
that's literally why.
No, I know they beat. I mean,
Sorry. Mario, continue.
It's like 1A, 1B. I'm going to go Chiefs, Eagles.
Saints.
I want to say a team,
Vikings.
but I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to go.
Say
Say
it.
No. I'll say 49ers.
Okay, 49ers. All right, so Mike gave you an extended
There's a
top
team I
2.
wanted to
and
do.
Well, dude,
everyone
that's
gave
why.
it.
Texans.
It's exactly
too
your
early.
reasoning.
Just give it a few years,
I
we'll
wanted to
have
say
the
the Chiefs
conversation.
because the Chiefs seem like such like a easy just default go-to, but their offense is so lackadaisical this year that it's hard for me to get behind them and be like, oh yeah, this is a team that
I feel
I'd
like-
love to know the Chiefs.
You know,
like
I feel
points
like
per
you
game.
wanted to say the Chiefs,
not
but you
that
didn't
high.
remember the Chiefs team name.
I mean, you could
Points
think
per
whatever
game,
you
yeah.
want to think. I'm telling you my reasoning for why I didn't say it.
That's
I
what I'm
mean, their offense is lackadaisical, but Patrick Mahomes had 424 yards and 4 touchdowns last week.
They might be best.
I mean,
It's
I
very
also,
lackadaisical.
Very
That's a
lackadaisical.
slow.
also-
That's their like no.
it's
They have
also
been
1
a
week
lot
out of
lower
the
this
past
year.
fucking
The whole
6
season
before
has
that.
been like 20
As
points per
watched.
game.
18 points per game.
That's a
Yeah.
slow week.
It's been like
Okay.
20.
20, 17, 41, 23, 27, 19,
Where are we looking
and
at? We're just
31.
reading out numbers.
Points per game.
There's no. You're just so sharp.
Like they're averaging probably
There's
like
no
26 a
way
game.
you just didn't know those numbers he was
No,
saying with the
I
points
knew-
scored by the team.
Yeah, we're just naming
I
prime
understand.
numbers.
How is that?
49, 63.
So that correlates 100% with Patrick Mahomes. Every single one of those points was scored by Patrick Mahomes.
That's how the game works. The quarterback.
You guys are
knows-
f***ing stupid.
Wait, wait.
Oh my god.
Wait, what do you?
You don't think there's running backs or anything else besides
Who
the
drives them
quarterback?
down the field?
Yeah, who gets them there?
Wait, hold on. Are you?
What do you think the Chiefs rushing yards
want-
per game are?
I'm sorry.
What do you think
I'm-
the Chiefs
I'm
rushing?
actually
wait, wait,
confused on what this discussion is.
Time
Right?
out.
Hey,
I'm
order.
order.
Time out.
No, yeah,
Time out.
yeah.
Time out.
No,
I think I'm confused on what this
Hey, you
discussion
pipe down
is.
over
Mike, did you just make the argument that the reason the Chiefs are scoring points
'Cause I-
is not because of Patrick Mahomes?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
That's not what he's saying.
We forgot about Isaiah Pacheco. It's all the points
give
are
up- I
Isaiah
give up on this.
Pacheco.
Well, then what?
I give
No. What is it,
The
Mike?
Chiefs rushing per game might be one of the worst in the entire NFL.
They got Isaiah
So that means
Pacheco.
if they're scoring, it's only because of
He's a
Patrick.
good running back. He's a big running back.
I would like to know the number of touchdowns that the Chiefs offense has scored and the number of touchdowns that Patrick Mahomes has scored. right?
So you just want to know how many rushing touchdowns they've had?
No, I mean pretty much, yeah.
Pacheco has 3 rushing touchdowns.
All right, there you go.
They probably scored 140 points. So that's 21 out of 140.
All right. So there you go.
Now that you know that.
And how he scored those is probably because of Patrick's 80 yards on the drive.
No, it's perfectly fine.
Wait, so
But I'm glad that we got that clear.
you thinking the Chiefs were lackadaisical had to do with you thinking Isaiah Pacheco was good?
No.
What was?
No,
He just doesn't
no,
even
no.
put up points. They don't even put up points.
But no, but I'm
That's
saying
not what I'm
once you
saying
saw
either.
once you saw the points, you said it was the running back. But
They're 7th in the league in
even
points.
if it was the running back, wouldn't that still be a good offense? Like
Yes.
So how are they like?
But the whole thing when I was talking with Tate was solely on Patrick Mahomes, right? So when we were going into a Patrick Mahomes conversation, and then after that, all he does is read off the entire team total points scored.
I don't think we got in the.
You know what I'm saying?
I think we were just talking about the team. You said they're.
Well, no, because he goes, oh yeah, he threw for 400 yards, blah blah blah, last week.
Yeah.
So that's very specifically Patrick Mahomes.
Who does that
immediately after that? He goes 41, 37, blah 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 blah. How was I supposed to right? Do you understand where I'm correlating here?
No.
Our discussion was Patrick Mahomes. He brings in the entire Chiefs offense.
Yeah.
Those are those are hand in hand.
Patrick Mahomes is the Chiefs' offense.
Correct.
Okay.
100%.
The Chiefs' offense is Patrick Mahomes.
All right, I give up. You guys are right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean that's.
All right.
I'll take that.
That's an
All right.
improvement.
No, I'll take that.
That's, we usually don't get to resolve
Yep,
things
all right,
like that.
well,
I know.
all right.
I'm gonna move with that.
All right,
I love it.
We have a pick to make.
Yeah, hopefully.
Let's talk Thursday Night Football. Wow, I mean, I'm still buzzing from that last Chiefs conversation. Mike,
He's having a rough day.
he's a special type of guy.
Couldn't pick 3 NFL teams.
No, hey, whoa.
We went head to head last week. Did not end well for Mike.
I heard? Didn't you fade all of his picks and you won all of them? Or he said he was fading you?
Yes, he was on the opposite side of all of my picks, and I won all of the ones he was on the opposite side of.
Wow, and he's really good. I mean, this is
All-time low. And every team he likes lost. Niners, Dolphins, Rams.
it's been a tough week, Mike.
Yeah.
But we get to turn
Thursday
it around on
Night
Thursday.
Football.
Turn it around.
on Thursday.
Start
Thursday
of a
Night
new
Football, big game. A sleepy game, but a big game. Big spread, but a big game. Buccaneers at Buffalo. I mean, the Bills falling apart. Buccaneers also not doing the best. Buffalo minus 8.5. Over/under is 42.5. I'm gonna start with the hottest guy in gambling, Mr. Yoon. How are we? Sorry. How do you feel? It's a big. How do you feel, Mike? It's a big game.
Huge game.
It's a big game, Mike.
Dude, all right. Well, first of all, I hate you and I hate your intros.
It's a big intro.
Secondly, gut tells me to pick the Bills minus 8.5, which means don't pick the Bills minus 8.5.
Wait.
I'm gonna go with
Guy in NFL that's leading the league.
You're the lead in the NFL. For
No,
all this.
I know, but not for Thursdays. I do not do well on Thursday.
Oh, it's the day
I
of the
do
week.
not do well on Thursday picks.
Day of the week. You
Until-
forgot to mention. You forgot to think about that. Day of the week.
I'm sorry, I pay attention to my own picks
No, I was talking about
here.
Ryan. I was saying Ryan.
Whoa.
Wow, you're taking shots at me for backing you.
Regardless.
All right, no, I'm
regardless.
back off that.
No, regardless.
Get off.
him.
Yeah, get off me.
Get off him.
off him.
Regardless.
Get
It's a
off
pick
me.
show. It's a pick show.
Get off me.
Actually,
It's a
this
pick
one actually isn't a pick show. This is the roundup. So we
Let's
can do
round
whatever
up some
we want.
picks right now.
Mike,
Anyways,
What do we feel?
anyways, I watched Baker Mayfield play last week against the Falcons, and he sucks. He's
It
not
might be
good.
worse than sucks.
No, he's really bad.
He might be the best quarterback in the division.
He's really bad, and Josh Allen likes to throw a lot of interceptions. I'm going to go with the under of 42 here, and that is my favorite play of the game, under 42.
Wow, no side, just the under.
I love
Mario,
that. Hammering him.
do the Bills get back on track here?
This is a tough spot. It's a very, very tough spot. I looked at this line for a long time. It's a lot of points to give the Bucks.
It's a lot of points.
And man, before I say a side, I will say I do kind of like the under here as well. I think Buffalo's just going to play tough at home. Yeah, I'm going to have to take Buffalo here. I don't love it. But I'm going to go Buffalo minus 8.5. Yeah. That's all I got.
So you're doing the under in Buffalo minus 8.5.
Yeah, under Buffalo 8.5, and
Here comes Tyler's.
I haven't missed a Thursday game yet.
Wow, that's sharp. I'm going against both of those picks.
After that comment.
I have no option. I mean, I've been pretty hot on Thursdays as well. The primetime games I'm doing well on. The other ones not so well. My thing all year is bet the over in bad quarterback games. Quarterbacks throw a lot of picks. Quarterbacks that can either score really quick or throw a pick and give the other team ball in the red zone. That's been my thing. I hate quarterbacks that are average. I hate the drive to the 50 and punt. Those don't do well for overs. Quarterbacks that throw picks and touchdowns. We'll see. I love the over 42.5, and this is way too many points to be giving the Bucs on a primetime game here, especially when the Bills, like we just talked about, their defense has not been great. Their offense, you can say what you want, kind of lackluster. Either they score and the other team scores a lot, or the other team doesn't score that much and they don't score a lot. Regardless, all their most recent games, they have not been covering. I'm going to go with the Bucs and the over.
Yeah, I do love the over pick. I will be hammering the over pick, but based on the idea that I think the Bills score a lot of points, nothing really to say here. I don't like the Bucs. Josh Allen normally has bounce back games where he plays well, and I just think, at home, I think this is a big spot for them. They just can't lose. They
do need to win this game.
I don't think winning's going to be the worry. I think it's more of the number. I think actually this number is so messed up. Like my brain says like this number's too big. 5.5 after the Bucs after the Bills losing last week
and almost losing to the Giants.
This number's too big. And then should be 5.5. I'm betting 8.5. Oh, I like the Bills here, but I'm also betting because it's just too big, and
it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's too big. Tate, round us out.
Yeah, it seems like way too many points. I'm just gonna bet the Bills.
Wow,
pretty simple. At home, yeah, they got to dominate this.
So I'm the only one riding the Bucs here.
Yeah, Baker is not good.
I have a revision.
Solo ride.
I'm still taking the Bills, but if this game was a Monday night, Bucs would win outright. But because it's Thursday night, Bills blow them out.
How is that a revision?
I know. I ran it through my head because I thought it was close.
Isn't that the same pick?
No, it's the same pick. I'm just giving you a more confident pick.
Because
I wasn't sure.
So it's increasing
Bills
confidence.
blowout.
So increasing confidence. Actually, I'm all over the Bills. It's going to be a blowout.
It's like a primetime game everyone will forget about.
Bucs maybe score 10 points.
Wow, I like that. I love that.
So you're
Bills
saying
scored 27.
So
35.
So your official pick is the
Bills hammer
the Bucs team total under.
Ooh.
And Bills cover and under.
Wow.
All in Bills.
Wow, yeah. That's like 8 picks
all
on
in
one
Bills.
game.
I love it. All in Bills.
That's electric. There's your Thursday night action. Huge game on Thursday night, and we have an even bigger weekend. This Saturday and Sunday slate, we have college and pro electric. We're going to hit Immortal this week. There's only four of us in the parlay.
Because I'm relegated.
He's relegated. If you want to see what our picks are and you want to know the bet you're going to be sweating, all you have to do, tune into Thursday's episode. We're going to tell you everything you need to know.
Mañana.
Friday is the Halloween special.
The spooky
We're
special.
doing a spooky season Halloween special. You do not want to miss that. Leave a comment, leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys tomorrow for Thursday football.